Okay, so we're going to answer these questions before us. It says that questions 4 to 7 refer to the function with the rule, this right here. So the fact that we're going to be using this to answer a few questions, and just looking at the nature of these questions, it's quite clear that the first thing you want to do is define this function in your CAS. So that means I'm going to go f of x, then go control this, then go negative 3x squared plus 4x plus 2. Perfect. Now I'm going to use this repeatedly. For question 4, it says the values of x for where fx is equal to 0. So this is requiring me to use the solve function of my CAS. So menu 3, 1, and then you're going to go f of x. Now, as you can see, the f there is bold, and that's because it's been defined. I don't have to type out the entire thing again. I just go f of x. Make sure you type it like that with the comma x afterwards. We hit enter, and as you can see, we get this. Now, this doesn't initially look like what we've been given here. I've just taken a screenshot of what my CAS has, and I've got it here. Let's just have a look at this. Okay, as you can see, this has like the plus or minus every time. So what I have to do is get it in such a way that I can view it as plus or minus. I'm going to take this negative and distribute it out. So that means I'm going to be left with x is negative the square root of 10 plus 2 over 3, because remember, negative and negative give a positive. Or, and this one's fine the way it is, so we just leave this as it is, like that. Now it's quite clear that we've got a negative square root and a positive square root. So this is plus or minus the square root of 10. As you can see, plus 2 both times. So that's what my answer is going to look like. Plus or minus the square root of 10 plus 2. And that is option B there. I've just got the 2 and the square root around the other way, but that doesn't change anything. All right, let's now move on to the next question here, which is asking me to sub in the square root of 3 on 2 into the function. So that means I'm going to come over here, go F that, then go control divide, control this, 3 on 2, close brackets, hit enter. And as you can see, it's trying to trip you up again. It hasn't given you the answer exactly the way you see it. You need to be able to look at this and say, well, how can I write this so that it has a common denominator? And hopefully you know how to approach this question. What you're going to do is you're going to times the top and bottom by 4. And once you've done that, what you're going to be left with is 8 pi on 3 minus 1 over 4. Looking at your options there, that's going to be C. You should be able to do that by hand. There is also a way to do this with your CAS. You could go menu, you could go algebra, you could go fraction tools and common denominator here. And now if we just go up to this one, close it off, hit enter, you get the same answer there as well. So you can do this on the CAS, but it's kind of expected that you could do that with your by hand. Okay, we continue. This one's not too bad. It's just asking me to put x plus h into the x spot, but it's trying to trip you up because it's like it's giving you these options A and B, which don't make any sense. That's not how you approach this type of question. All you're going to do is go, well, what is f of x plus h? And just looking at those results, you can see that E is going to be your answer. And then finally here for question 7, it says the solution to this where this is less than 2. For this one, we're going to use the solve function of our CAS. So menu, algebra, solve. We're going to go f of x, and then we have to use the inequality sign. So control this is less than 2 comma x, because we want to solve it for the x values. And now you can see that it's telling me that x is less than 0 or x is greater than 4 on 3. So you need to be able to change this notation into this notation here. If it's less than 0, that means it's negative infinity all the way to 0, but not including 0, because it's less than, not less than or equal to. You haven't got a line underneath. Then union, and then everything greater than 4 on 3. And again, you're not including 4 on 3 because you haven't got that equals to sign there, but you're going all the way to infinity there. Which of these options look like that? It's going to be this. Negative infinity to 0, 4 to 3 to infinity. I've got the union, I've got round brackets, it all looks good there. Hopefully this has made sense in how to approach these questions and you feel very comfortable with using your CAS as well. All right, I'll see you in the next one.